I'm Jan, but you have to call me Dragon. Just kidding. I'm Jan Himebaugh, and this is The Hammer. The legislature adjourned sine die, and you know what that means? We're going to the freaking Catalina wine mixer, where I will sing with the voice of an angel. Just kidding, I won't put you through that either. But hey, we are done, and so what happened? What didn't happen? Why is the earth round? Where do babies come from? Are we going to clear all this space so we have more room for activities? Is the moon made of cheese? And why do we have to say goodnight to it every night? I can answer approximately 2 of those questions. What happened and what didn't happen in the legislative session. BIAW and its members had a historic legislative session directly focusing on increasing the overall housing supply. Here's what's been sent to the governor's desk that will impact your ability to build accessible home ownership opportunities for communities across our state. 1, significant permit reform. You won't have to do interior site plan reviews for fully interior models that don't add a bedroom. Jurisdictions will need to start tracking permit days and processing permits with certain amounts of time by adopting best permit practices. And when they miss those timelines, they'll have to start refunding permit application fees. This is a huge victory. Second, middle housing. Property owners will now have more flexibility of what's allowed on their own land, and local governments will need to recognize zero lot line subdivisions to ensure many of these new middle housing options, like duplexes, can and will be ownership units. 3, we got a good ADU bill passed. Yay for more housing options. And next year we'll continue to work on detached ADUs in the rural areas. 4th, we got rid of arbitrary design review boards. Jurisdictions will now have to write clear design standards for construction. 5th, we are allowing 12 units or less that have 2 stories or less to be built under the residential code and not the commercial code. This is a great condo bill. 6th, we've got upfront SEPA, so you can stop doing SEPA on a project by project basis. We should be doing that at the planning level anyways. 7, a right to cure in condominium construction. 8, ensuring parents and kids know all the graduation pathways that are possible, including construction pathways. And 9, a budget proviso in the capital budget to study the cost impacts of a 3-year code cycle versus a 6-year code cycle. So what didn't happen? Thankfully, enough of that too. A ban on new natural gas hookups in Puget Sound Energy Service territory and them discontinuing customer access to natural gas by 2050 didn't pass. New net ecological gain standards in GMA and permitting also didn't pass. Property tax increase at the local level didn't pass. An increase to high dollar real estate transactions and a new local REIT option didn't pass. Rent control didn't pass. Increased notice for rent increases also didn't pass. And of course, there was some negative stuff that happened too. Unfortunately, adding climate change to the Growth Management Act bill passed. However, it was slimmed down, and we hope the damage on housing supply will be minimal. And then there were a host of really terrible labor business regulation bills that weren't specifically targeted at residential construction, but will definitely have an impact on how we do business. But overall, on housing issues, this was a good year for increased housing supply of all types. Permit reform will have a significant impact on the cost that you face every day. Currently, Washington's average permit delay adds over $31,000 to the cost of a home, and the 2023 legislature took steps to address those delays and increase overall supply in substantial ways. I can't wait to see how our members utilize these tools to provide more home ownership opportunities for our neighbors. The Catalina wine mixer is about to start, so I'm out. Homes start here.